everyone, welcome to another episode of the Mizuho Week Ahead. I am Zheng Yi, market economist at Mizuho Bank. The theme for the next 2 weeks is Policy Calculus and Contemplations. U.S. Treasury yields tumbled last week as soft U.S. jobs reports raised risk of the Fed being behind the curve, given the laggard nature of jobs data. Meanwhile, U.S. equities managed some gains on Fed cut hopes. Gold's 3% climb, however, arguably underscores a polarizing global trade environment ahead of a BRICS summit today. Last week, China, Russia, and India met at an event in China where Beijing signed a long-delayed deal with Moscow to build a major gas pipeline that allows Russia to sell oil to China. Meanwhile, Trump's displeasure with India was displayed in his comments that India's offer to cut their tariffs to nothing was too late. Last week in Asia, BNM left its policy rate unchanged at 2.75%, expecting domestic demand to support growth and inflation pressures to remain moderate. We've retained our expectations of a prolonged hold by BNM. In Thailand, the election of Anutin as the new PM is likely to aid Thai baht's gains this week on reduced political uncertainty. Down under, Australia Q2 GDP was better than expected. Robust consumer leading the growth outrun prompted RBA Governor Bullock's comments that a welcome boost for the economy could slow the pace of monetary easing if it persists. This week, ECB is set to hold policy rates. Even as inflation concerns have abated, growth does not warrant further easing at this juncture with ongoing and imminent fiscal support in Germany, and as the effects of the 100 basis points cumulative year-to-date cuts dip into the economy. We have a slew of central bank decisions the following week. We expect a hawkish 25 basis points cut by the Fed, with a high threshold for deviation. After all, comments by FOMC members have been mixed as emphasis swings between inflation risk and softening in the job markets. The time for BOJ to hike is yet to come, as more evidence is assessed, but the rhetoric could still be tilted to the hawkish side. In Asia, Bank Indonesia is expected to return to a hold, following 2 back-to-back cuts on rupiah stability concerns, as recent events such as a worrying budget allocation, workers' protests, and Bank Indonesia's burden-sharing agreement have accentuated downside risk to the rupiah. CBC is due to stand pat amid resilient growth outturns and still sticky underlying inflationary pressures. All in, even as policy decision may be widely expected, FX moves will be dictated by more dovish or hawkish tilts in central bankers' comments. With that, we have come to the end of this episode. For more information on the key events for the upcoming 2 weeks, please refer to our Week Ahead publication or contact your respective sales desk and RMs. And for regular notifications on our market views, please subscribe to our channel and hit the notification button. Thank you and bye-bye.